So we can all agree that Roman Reigns is one of the greatest of all time ever in WWE history. But did Roman Reigns save WWE at their lowest? Today we go over Roman Reigns' 1,316-day title reign and how he saved WWE when they were at their lowest and nearly went out of business really in the pandemic era. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's going to be a nice one to record. Always remember, smash the like and subscribe button to the flipping channel, and let's get into this one. So we know that the big dog ran Roman Reigns from 2014 to 2020. But of course, with the COVID-19 breakout, the big pandemic that locked down the whole world, Roman Reigns missed WrestleMania 36 that year as he was scheduled to fight for the Universal Championship against Goldberg in the main event of WrestleMania 36, but he pulled out, getting replaced with Braun Strowman. That went on for Braun Strowman defending the Universal Championship against The Fiend Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam 2020 in the Thunderdome. But at that, Roman Reigns returned in the main event with a whole different build, looking better than ever. The muscle, the build, even the beard in a way. But Roman Reigns came back very, very different, and he looked like he was rejuvenated. The SmackDown after, Paul Heyman aligned himself with Roman Reigns, formerly the advocate for Brock Lesnar. Obviously, of course, Brock Lesnar thought he was retired back then. He sided himself with Roman Reigns as Roman Reigns called himself the head of the table and aims to become the tribal chief. Well, a week later, Roman Reigns won the Universal Championship at Payback, literally 2 weeks after SummerSlam, becoming a two-time WWE Universal Champion. And after that, it was mental. With defenses against Jey Uso, which crowned him the tribal chief status in Hell in a Cell at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. He went on to defend his targets, the likes of Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Edge and Daniel Bryan, stacking both of them at WrestleMania 37 to retain the championship. Many more competitors. Big E, Xavier Woods. Then there's so many more. Matt Riddle, Randy Orton. And they all fell short to Roman Reigns. In this time, Roman Reigns built a bloodline. He built a bloodline which was unstoppable. It was different. It was generational. But the main topic of this video is how Roman Reigns saved WWE. And the reason why and how he saved WWE was because WWE from 2020 to 2022 was in a bad place, to be honest. There was not a lot of fans, and it was getting quite boring. Vince McMahon's booking was getting very repetitive, just reusing storylines over and over again to try and just put it over and just calm down the fans so they don't have a massive outrage on the IWC once again, which is the wrestling fan base on Twitter, of course. But Roman Reigns saved this. With Roman Reigns' different character, becoming the head of the table, the tribal chief, and of course the Universal Champion, he was the one who led WWE through the bad times. He led them through their lowest points, being in the Thunderdome, having SummerSlam, one of their biggest pay-per-views of the year, in literally probably a 5,000-seater arena with no fans, just people on screens. There was no one there, and it was really tough. They lost a lot of money, but the person who made them money, Roman Reigns. Roman would go on to hold the title for a long time, of course, defending it, like I said, against many, many people, building a bloodline and getting WWE's ratings back to the top. 1,316 days of utter greatness. Of course, Roman Reigns saved the WWE in 2020 and had led them into one of their greatest eras ever, being called the New Gen era. I can't remember what it's actually called, I'm very, very sorry. But he led them into an era, being the top guy, being the big champion and holding the title which no one could even step a foot near him and get a hand on the Universal Championship at that time, because it was all Roman Reigns' title and no one else had a chance. But that title, Roman Reigns, made WWE from 2022 to 2024 in one of their greatest boom periods in over 10 years. And Roman Reigns rejuvenated WWE, getting him back in one of their best places ever, helping them build new buildings and his money. Roman Reigns, of course, the last 3 years has been the top merchant of the WWE. He won't be this year, unfortunately, due to John Cena, of course, being on his farewell tour, releasing new merch every week, meaning he is just ranking up merch sales. But the last couple of years, it has been Roman Reigns reigning supreme like usual, being the top merch seller and being the most loved guy by fans. He's not normally Wrestler of the Year because people look for wrestling qualities. And Roman Reigns might not be the greatest wrestler ever, if you get what I mean. He might not be the best, but he is one of the best characters of all time. And for me, I think the 1,316 days that Roman Reigns did hold the Undisputed Championship for was the greatest title reign in history. With a bloodline of Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and of course the undisputed WWE Universal Champion in Roman Reigns. With many points of drama, points of unexpectedness, and just great matches that are unforgettable. Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle 2022. Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2022. Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40 for the championship. Main event Jey Uso at SummerSlam 2023. Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 2022. Unifying both belts together to make the Undisputed Universal Championship. Just matches I've said there were all very good matches. And he showed why Roman Reigns is easily one of the greatest of all time. So we all know, at WrestleMania 40, a devastating loss for me and more Roman Reigns Glazers / fans. Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania 40 to end Roman Reigns' historic 1,316-day title reign, to finally let Cody Rhodes finish his story. But one thing we do know, that was a good thing coming out of that main event, was that Roman Reigns done his time. He done something that no one else could in his career. And that was save WWE and put them in such a good position, leading them into another new era with a new champion in the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He passed on a legacy which he already completed and let another man start his legacy, and of course Cody Rhodes, and let him go into a new era where he doesn't need to be full-time. He doesn't need to be the main guy anymore, and he can let that other title reign supreme and doesn't have to always be there, because the legacy and the house he built is now reigning strong under new people. But Roman Reigns will always be the owner. Every time he comes back, every time he returns, the pop just gets louder and louder because he's our tribal chief and we'll always acknowledge him. And for what Roman Reigns done to the company over the couple of years from 2020 to 2024 with nearly a 4-year title reign as the Universal Champion was generational. Something we will never see again in our lifetime of wrestling fans. Some of a superstar. We will never ever see another Roman Reigns once again. Because anybody who tries to replicate him will fail. Because Roman Reigns is one of a kind. So thank you for watching this video. It has been nice to record. Sorry I did not upload for a while. I was just taking a bit of a break because I was focused on some college work and everything. But, we are back. But yes, thank you for watching, of course. Like and subscribe to the Flipping channel. And I'll see you little dirty faces soon. Goodbye, guys.